Starting off, we have Dimitron 26 at the 14th position. There's some heavy color tone adjustments going on. The map is about Driveway, New Mexico. It's a little town where you have to pass through to get to Black Mesa. Good effort, but there's not much of driving in this map, mostly action. The heavy bloom might be too much for some. Maybe toning that down a little would help. Still, good effort. At the 13th position, we have M3's map. It's a simple map with some airboat action in it. It's not that long though. Again, good effort. Can be improved by expanding the size of the canal so you have space to put in some obstacles to drive around. At the 12th position, we have Mr. Hamburger. Now I'll be honest, I had a hard time reviewing this, mostly because of how long it is. I mean, it's a good map, not the best, but good. I see the mapper has made some efforts to make it look good, but the combat in darkness sections, the lack of direction for the player, and how late you get the car is kind of off-putting. Plus there's the fact you don't even have a crowbar to melee attack with, so I ran out of ammo and had to rely on the Metro Cops' bad aim. I might have ranked this a little higher if this wasn't a transport-related competition, but for the effort, I'll give it the 12th position. I kinda got a little annoyed when my car got stuck here, so I just stopped. There were 2 more maps after this, and trust me, it goes on for a while. So to shorten the showcase section, I stopped here. At first I wasn't going to showcase this submission at all, but seeing how much work Mr. Hamburger put in, I thought I'd at least show a little bit of it. At the 11th position, we have Bomba Sticked. This was a fun little map to go through. I liked it. It's pretty good. It wasn't too detailed, and didn't have any obstacles in the boat ride. Like there was nothing to dodge or hit. This can be improved by adding in some wooden platforms and have cops standing on top of it. Give the player something to do. Apart from that, the main attraction or goal in this map is to open up this gate. And again, I would like to emphasize that having a pitch black room is not a good gameplay design. It is disorienting and confusing. One shimmer of a light would have been enough for the player to know where they are and what they should be doing. But anyway, the map is decorated fine and has some props and models in the surroundings, and that's good. At the 10th position, we have Aggressive Slavs map. Now, like Mr. Hamburger's map, I would have ranked this even high had this map had more vehicle sections. It's all on-foot gunplay, but the reason it's ranked higher than the previous ones is because how well designed the interior is. Little things you can notice like decals or props placement makes this map feel dense and more alive than the rest. The whole gist of the map is to escape from this place on the airboat at the end. Great map, but it's a shame that it didn't have any vehicle sections. At the 9th position, we have Springy Taco or Stefan Bunek's map. I liked how he added in this clip at the start.
Phantom, exterior like fish eggs, interior like suicide wrist rags. I could exercise you, this could be your phys ed. Cheat on your man, homie. I tried to sneak through the door, man. Can't make it, the shit's stuck. On my way, son! Door stuck! Door stuck! Please! I'm begging you! Fred! You're a genuine dick sucker!
After that, it consists of some airboat action. The layout of the tunnels is good, it's wide, and has plenty of space to zoom around. I feel like the lighting is a bit monotonous. Instead of all the lights being yellow, it would have been nice to have some sort of window or other light sources light up the tunnels as well. Would have added variety to it. Plus the last half of the map feels kind of basic, like the outdoor area or the indoor on-foot area. Still, it was an enjoyable experience. Good job. At the 8th position, we have Juco 43. It starts off from this cabin that is well designed, also has a huge window in the bathroom. But when I stepped outside, that's when I realized how good this map looks. The forest theme is very akin to the episode 2 maps. Of course it's not as detailed as those maps, but Juco did the atmosphere and feeling right. I like this, something different. The starting had this basic puzzle, I guess you can call it a puzzle. After that we drive up to this place. I like this little scene where you have to outrun the train. Anyway, we go inside to disable the shield. After that we end up mowing down zombies with the car, which was fun. The last section is this bridge where you have to defeat a bunch of Combine soldiers and take down a helicopter. This was an enjoyable experience. I liked how this map looked and felt. Well done. At the 7th position, we have Boribu's map. Very well made. The only drawback is that it's too short. But what's there is very good. The surrounding looks great. The custom brushwork, texture work, it all looks great. Even the indoor areas looked calm and comfy. Only wish that the outdoor areas were longer, but then again, there was a time limit and Boribu did a great job within the time frame. Well done. At the 6th position, we have Nuggy. I like the scale of this map. The city looks nice. And the surrounding areas, it all looks good. It starts off with this little section where you have to open up the gate and take out the car. The old classic battery finding puzzle. After that, there's quite a bit of action, shooting and mowing down cops, dodging rockets from the APC. Then we end up at this big building, where we have to go up and unlock the gate. Surprisingly, the interiors looked great as well, moderately decorated. Once we get to the control room, we have to open up a gate, but then sounds play to indicate that something's about to go down. It's all in anticipation of this fight with the gunship. I love the fact that Nuggy added in destructible environments to the building. It looks amazing. After taking down the gunship, we get attacked by a bunch of soldiers. We fight back down and head out. It's a great map. Looks great, plays great. Well done. At the 5th position, we have Some Guy 45. It starts off from a train, which was very cool to see. Of course it crashes and we end up in this little town or docks area. And I immediately focused on how much detail this map has, how the atmosphere is done well with the fog, and of course, another plus point is the episode 2 like forest theme. We take the car and move on ahead to see a hunter in our way. Thankfully there's only one of it, so it's not much of a problem. I explored this area, but I wasn't able to find anything important apart from supplies. But every room, every little area I looked at was very well done. Driving in the fog was also kind of cool. We end up in this little section where we have to fight a bunch of Combine soldiers. It was a fair challenge and I enjoyed it. After that I blew up this switch, but it didn't seem to disable the shield. I went back to the other place to see if I missed anything, but I didn't see anything. But anyway, it's a good map. Well done. At the 4th position is Parzival. Now Parzival's submission is something that I would call surreal. Sure, it doesn't have the details or the fancy bells and whistles the other maps have, but I respect the scale of these maps. In the first area, there's some houses to explore and go into. Then there's a whole crashed airplane, which was really cool to see. I made my way to that factory-like area to see what was up in there. I pressed this button and got teleported to the next area. It started off from this building. Now, up until this point, I was fine with the map. It looks good, but it was nothing special. But when I stumbled upon this area, just wow. How this all looks is so good. Something out of a sci-fi story or something. The start of the 3rd map was trippy. I could see other planets in the skybox, then more of these darkened sections. The only improvement that can be made here is upping the brightness a little. Of course I could do that on my end, but maybe adding in some lights would give these maps some moody vibes. Then the best part, I love this trick. I literally broke through the skybox into this new area. After all that, the map ends. Very ambitious map and well made. Good job. Now we move on to the top 3. Now, I'd like to say that it was extremely difficult for me to rank these, so please don't shout at me if you think I ranked them wrong. Anyway, at the 3rd position, we have Pliers map. And just wow. Such a great concept. Combine fortress in the middle of the desert, the scout car to go wherever you want, and a simple but nice objective. Get Lamar back to Dr. Kleiner through the teleporter in the middle of the Combine fortress. So first, we have to turn on all the generators so the gates of the fortress open. Then we have to get inside the fortress to turn on the teleporter. Now this map does a lot of things right. The textures, the geometry, atmosphere, everything. I liked it. It's a really different looking map and unique. But unfortunately, there's one thing that got me to rank this map 3rd rather than the 2nd or 1st. The difficulty. Yes, get good. I know the meme. But seriously, the fortress is impossible for me to clear out. Before recording this, I tried multiple times to see if I can do it, but no. So I had to resort to cheating my way through at the end. But keeping that point aside, this map is very well made, looks amazing, and is an overall great experience. Excellent work, Pliers. This is one hell of a map. On the 2nd position, we have Red. Now, this map starts off slow. You have this little cabin you can get into to get a pistol. Then you step off again to open the gate for the boat. But after that, it's also intense, action-packed. There's so much going on, bombardments, getting shot at, choppers everywhere. One thing I didn't like was the placements of the explosive barrels. Those felt a little off, like I died many times to them while testing this map. But anyway, the overall experience is very good. especially this section where you have to dodge these canisters to get inside before the gate closes. Near the end, there's another simple on-foot section to open up a gate. This was nice too. We go through that and see the chopper going away. It's all quiet after that and we reach the end of the map. Also, there was this little Easter egg at the start of the map too. All in all, I liked the action-packed sequences and how exhilarating it was to play this map. It's very good. Well done, Red. For the first position, and the winner of this hazardous mapping contest, Oni32. The moment this map started, I was intrigued. The high contrast tone, the episode 1 skybox, and the general feel of the map was great. It starts off with a simple wiring puzzle for opening the gate. After that, we make our way through some indoor areas to reach the boat. Along the way, each little section was enjoyable to go through, especially with the gravity gun. It was nice to hurl barrels and boxes at zombies. Then there was this section where I had to use props to get to the top. This was nice. Then the Citadel started to act weird. Even took down a gunship, which made my way to the next area. Then I shot up some Combine cops and got on the boat. Now this is where the fun began. The action was thrilling, the environments looked great, and I had a lot of fun. After all that, the Citadel gave off another shockwave which threw these containers into the canals. Then I noticed the magnetic crane and I got excited. So I made my way to it, shooting and running along the way, and took out the containers out of the water. This was so cool to use. I've never seen this being used outside of the main game. After this, it was steady sailing to the end. Well done, Oni, and congratulations to you and to all the mappers and modders who participated. Thank you all so much for making this hazardous mapping contest another success. Can't wait to see your submissions next time. Before I end the video, here are some honorable mentions. First is by Voids. It's a nice little map. Shame that they weren't able to work on this. Then, Oxy's map. They said this was in a very unplayable state and they weren't able to work on it. I like how it looks though, really different. Then it's Elephants doing crack. His submission starts off great, looks great, but he wasn't able to complete his map. Then it's HL1+1. They asked me to take out their map from the ranked category and show it in the honorable mentions section. It's wild to see that they made the whole Borealis from scratch in this map. Even in this rough state it looks so good. The map takes place in the Arctic and driving an airboat on the ice was a great experience. Then it's Elmery the Pig's road trip, really rough map. SB Plankton's map was very peculiar. I had a fever dream like this once. Then there's Nako, another rough looking map. And there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this entry in the Hazardous Mapping Contest series. See you in the next one, and thank you for watching.